And we're live.
All righty. Hey, everybody. How y'all tonight? Woo, let's see. Miss Sharon, Patrick, Gary, Blue Eyed, Miss Phyllis,
Tennessee
Cherokee.
Blaylock.
Good to see everybody tonight. Mr. Gene, Jeff,
Sorry, I stopped scrolling. Mark Fireboy Green.
Miss Diane, Spencer, Mark.
Creel.
Good to see everybody tonight. Hey,
Jeff
Blue Eyed.
Yarrington,
So good to see everybody. Hey, Stacy,
Thrasher, Patrick Noble.
Jeff, Mr. Gene,
Robert
Duvin,
Jeffy.
Mr. George White, Big
everybody.
Al.
We are
Huh?
caught up.
Good to see everybody tonight. Hope everybody's had a good week and finally getting hot.
Yep.
A little stuffy today. Hey, E Pulling. Good to see you, Jerry. So, hey, Miss Katie. Good to see everybody. And I know some more will be coming on in here in a few minutes. So, where did the light go? What's that about?
What?
Light went. Everything went dark and then went back.
I
Hey, Miss
didn't see.
Judy Wheeler, Billy. Good to see everybody. Hope everybody's doing okay. I know it's some bad weather been in some places this week, and hope everybody's doing okay. And I know I seen Miss Judy Wheeler mention something about out in her neck of the woods, and Billy had some tornado damage up his way. So y'all remember them? Hey, Miss Deb. So y'all remember people has been dealing with weather this week. We were supposed to have rain off and on all day today, and it just disappeared. So, in fact, last night it was heading here about 4 a.m. and I was at work watching radar, and it just disappeared.
Oh, it didn't go
It
around.
didn't split. It just left. I mean,
It's been splitting around.
Yeah, it's been splitting us a bunch here. So I hope everybody has made it through the storms this week. And I know we'll have some more to come, and ain't no fun having to clean up after that mess. But as long as there ain't nobody hurt, that's good. Hey, Miss CD, good to see you. So y'all remember those that's been in the storms this week in prayer that's had storm damage or other folks. Y'all be
Junior Haynes.
Hey, JR, good to see you, man. But like I said, it's been a pretty week here in this part of Alabama. It's dry though. We had a big rain. Hey, Wendell. Good to see you, Wendell. We had a big rain last Saturday. But it was dry again, dry enough I could get in the garden with a tractor on Tuesday. So that tells you it didn't rain a whole lot. And but we have clay here. So usually if you get a big rain, you would stay wet for a week. So, but I was able to get in there Tuesday. And we ended up getting, Saturday we got some watermelons planted, some cantaloupes. You got the tomatoes, beans.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even check on them today.
Planted.
Beans and squash. Yeah. Seed for beans and squash. They didn't plant plants. But tomatoes are in plants. Got some marigolds planted. Bobby Yance is in the house.
Right. Hey, Bobby. Good to see you.
Jesse Underwood.
Hey, Jesse. So we
got the garden started.
Got it started before the rain hit Saturday afternoon.
Now I'm on the search for bell peppers.
Yeah. She's trying to look for the 6-pack, not the ones in the one pot.
Not paying $6 a plant.
Yeah.
Just not doing
it. But yesterday I got the pistol cob planted over here. Corn. That's a pencil cob. It's a good corn. And I planted some evergreen sweet corn.
Where do we plant the evergreen?
It's over here in this garden. Okay. And then I planted some purple hull peas in the little spot out there where Marshall was staying. And if all y'all heard, I know you've probably seen it on the video where it was said that Marshall, the bird dog, the white bird dog that was out here in this big pen on the left coming in the driveway. Y'all have probably seen him in a few videos. He found him passed away. But it's been almost 2 weeks now. Yeah,
It's been that long, hasn't
yeah,
it?
it has. And, I sure hated that happened. He wasn't about 5, 6 years old. And he was in very good health. So
David
I
Hughes.
don't know what happened there. Hey, David, good to see you. So I'm on the look for another bird dog, so I'm paying attention. Talked to my cousin that raises bird dogs. He's got Lou Ellen setters and fools some with pointers. Hey, Flat Rock, good to see you. And also he's fooling with German short hairs now. But them things are expensive, buddy.
Yes, they are.
Puppies, $1,000 a piece. That's puppies. Dog is finished, $3,000, $5,000, $6,000.
Corgis are running for too, though.
Yeah. The Lou Ellens were the cheapest of everybody. Mm-hmm. You can still get a Lou Ellen puppy pretty reasonable. So. Lou Ellen setters is a pretty setters with the usually black or lemon spots on them. My dad had some when I was real young. Then we switched to totally pointers. But still like my pointers though. That's probably been the most dogs I've ever had been English pointers. So. All righty. So yes, ma'am, Stacy, I hate it too. Yeah, I heard that little cough, and he may have got choked on something. We don't really know.
We had loaded him up to take him to the vet that morning and put him in a car, and pretty much he cleared up. Yep. And we had started to head to Ashland to take him there because, Ashland, because they're open on Saturday mornings. Well, then we got back home and, got halfway there and he stopped coughing all the way. And so we turned around and came back home. And shortly after that, he started back up. So after that point, everybody's closed, so.
Yeah, I was going to carry him that Monday.
Yeah, that's how we found him. We were Mark was going out there to load him up, in fact.
Yeah, he was fine Sunday evenings. Mm-hmm. Woo. Spencer, that sounds good. Steaks on the grill. Sounds good, brother. Before I forget, Miss Stacy and Miss Phyllis is wanting a head count of any of y'all that are coming to the Alabama Bigfoot Conference on that Saturday, June 8th. Won't know if anybody be interested in getting together after the conference and eating somewhere. There around Anniston, because they need to get a head count to see who all would be willing to come eat after the conference. So if Miss Phyllis and Miss Stacy are on Facebook, so they have Messenger, and any of y'all that's coming, I know Flat Rock, you're planning on it, and there's a few more that said they may be coming. I know Wendell will be there. Not sure who all else is coming. I know Mr. Gary Spikes and Miss CD supposed to be coming. I don't know who else right now. That's good. Yeah, that's good. So if you think you're gonna come for sure, let Miss Phyllis, there she is in chat, or Stacy, she's in chat there. Y'all let her know. That way they get a kind of head count, and I guess try to find a restaurant that can accommodate however many people we think we're going to have. So y'all just keep that in mind. I know it's 2 weeks away. 2 weeks and 1 day away from the conference. Yeah, I'm glad to see that. That's showing something there.
Yeah.
So y'all get with her. Get with them too. Let them know where they can get a good head count, and so that way they can find a place to accommodate some people and everything. So if you're coming, be sure to let them know. And I know there's some other people talking about coming, but ain't made up their mind yet. So maybe they'll let us know something here pretty soon, and we can go from there. Miss CD, that's the Western Sizzler, and that's for the people that's paid or the whatever that is. I wasn't gonna go Friday night. I know Wendell or Flat Rock might be going to that, but I'm just going Saturday during the day. So, all right, sister, here we go. We'll go and get. It's
Jealous.
gonna be too hot for you to sit up here in my lap tonight.
Kevin Ashby, Naomi.
Hey, good to see you, Kevin. Good to see you, Naomi.
Naomi.
I'm sorry. I always get corrected every 5 minutes.
Every 5 minutes.
Miss Adams, good to see you, Rhonda.
If it's every 5 minutes, that would be admitting you mess up every 5 minutes.
Yep. So if anybody else that I've missed has come in, y'all know how it is, guys. You know how it is. All right. So you got some plants you want to talk about tonight.
Yep. I was going to talk about the plant of the week and the book of the week.
And y'all excuse Rebecca, she's not feeling very well today. So.
Yeah, I got a migraine. It's already 3 migraine pills in and it still ain't gone. So that's not a good migraine.
Yeah, getting hot weather too ain't helping matters.
Yeah.
No, we're going to have to end up turning the air on.
All right, so today's plant is going to be one that you can see blooming along the sides of the highways. Many people have seen the fuzzy pink blooms on the side of the highways and stuff. That is called a mimosa tree. The way to know a mimosa tree, when you touch the leaves, they close up.
They're kind of like ferns.
It kind of looks like fern, but when you touch the leaves, it closes. So a lot of people call it the touch me not and the don't touch me or the sensitive plant. Now, I'm going to say this. There are 2 plants that are referred to as a sensitive plant. One is a tree and one is a little small plant on the ground. So the one I'm talking about right now is the tree.
Oh, thank you.
Whoops.
I knew there's something wadding up behind my back.
So the mimosa, it can be a really tall tree. It's usually seen in the understories of the woods and stuff. Very few people use them as standalone trees. I love it. It makes a beautiful tree. But it is kind of on the invasive side. But
yes.
But it has many medicinal uses, believe it or not. The bark
for firewood before.
Yep. The bark, leaves, and flowers are used to treat insomnia, depression, grief, and often prepared into a tea. The bark has a rich history in traditional Chinese medicine. It's marketed for relieving anxiety, depression, stress, eyesight, sore throats, coughs, used by tribal people. Darn it. Stop it, phone. Y'all, and this one, it's kind of ironic that this is the plant I chose for this week. Used by tribal people for headaches, migraines, epilepsy, dysentery, fever, piles. The roots and leaves are used for kidney disease and fistulas. A root decoction is used as a gargle for gum trouble and toothache. And the Mayan used the plant to aid in trauma and burns. So very, very useful plant. And as always, it seems like all these plants, some of them, it seems like it treats all the same things as all the other plants do. They treat several different things, but you've got to figure out which ones treat what the best. And it's just like regular medicine, where one medicine works for me for a migraine, another medicine might work better for somebody else. So that's one of the things I liked about is it Rosemary Gladstar? She talks about how different herbs and stuff are hot and cold, and how different personalities are hot and cold, and which medicines work better for those types of treatments and all. So just things to keep in mind. It may not be the best medicine for you, but it might be a good medicine to start with when you're talking about different herbs and things. So Google's your friend. Make sure you're identifying it properly. And wild lettuce is another one that, you really need to be identifying it correctly because not all the plants that people are calling wild lettuce are wild lettuce, in fact. But I think the medicine that's in the wild lettuce is the same that's in all those others. It's that kind of latexy sap. So yeah. But yeah, so mimosa. Make sure you look it up. All the parts of the plant are medicinal in different ways, and you can use in different ways. Y'all, I've got a dog fixing to knock over a table, so bear with me.
Oh, acting energetic all of a
I
sudden.
know. That's the first time she's wanted anything to do with me outside of just following me around outside.
Yeah.
So she's trying to get back to her old self.
Good to see Greg House, and good to see Greg Ogles and
there's a bunch
Michael
that came
X.
in.
I don't know who else has done slipped in by me.
Let me scroll up.
Good to see everybody that slipped in.
Stephen,
hey Stephen, good to see you, man.
Sharon Guy, did we say hey to Sharon to start with?
Yes.
But she's always our first one in, I think.
Yeah, I spoke to Miss Sharon earlier.
All right.
So it's good to see everybody. And hey, Greg's boy, Colt, graduated this week.
Yep.
So y'all seeing Greg and Colt, congratulations if you have it. That's a big milestone. And David Hughes' daughter.
All the graduates.
Graduated this week too. So y'all, and if any of the rest of y'all grandkids or nieces, nephews, put it on here where we can congratulate y'all and everything, because that's an accomplishment. And they're fixing to start off in life now. Hey, John Lamb, good to see you.
Oxygen for 15 minutes and the migraine goes away. Man, that would be nice. Because what my migraines used to not be bad. I mean, yeah, I always thought they were bad, but they're not what they are now. There was a point where my migraines changed from just being, a general headache on one part of your head to now it's a stabbing eye pain right here, and there's a matching point back here somewhere, and a little line that goes straight through, it seems like. So my migraines they're really, when I get a migraine now, it's a migraine now. And I take Mac Salt for mine, and it works pretty good. My sister, she takes Fiorset, and it works for hers, but Fiorset doesn't touch nothing for mine. Wild lettuce is not the same thing as wacky tobacco. But yeah, and no, I have not tried that. I have, with my migraines lately, I have thought about it. Just to be honest with you.
I've never heard of Devil's Club.
The same thing as wacky tobacco.
Oh, okay.
The Devil's Herb, I think, is what that was supposed to say.
Okay.
But yeah.
I wonder if rabbit tobacco would hit you.
Rabbit tobacco is more of a lung thing than it is the head thing.
I don't see rabbit tobacco growing like I used to.
You do not.
It's like beggar lice. A lot of them disappeared. I don't know.
I went on a, what do they call those? The low FODMAP diet, where they remove everything from your diet and then you slowly add it back in. And there was not a real food trigger for my migraines. So I have not figured that one out. Well, you remember that Emgality shot was pretty expensive too, until they got that 1 year savings plan on it. Yeah, remember that? Because insurance didn't cover it.
Bobby said somebody.
Yeah, I put it on the screen.
About 900.
Do you remember how much ours was? What was it?
It was
3 something for that one shot, and that was back when COVID first started. And that was going to be 1 shot a month for about $300. Imagine what that shot would be now.
Well, that's cool, Katie. You got rabbit tobacco there. That's cool.
Yay.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it used to grow like crazy down here in our neck of the woods. And I don't know if it's because of everybody using herbicides now, about wiped it out or what.
That, and we burn the woods off a lot, so, and pastures and stuff.
Oh, that used to bring them out real strong to burning off.
Depends.
Boy, that'd make beggar lice get it.
Beggar lice, yeah. All right. lavender, Epsom salt. I wish it would. I think mine is a nerve that is
about the truth.
got something pressing on it, and so actually inflammation does trigger some of mine. I take that gold turmeric based stuff, and it's eased up the migraines considerably. I'm down to like one a month, but
that's right, Dave.
when I get one, it's a bad one now. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna talk about the book now. The Magic Dragon. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh,
at least it's the right school.
I'm okay, Miss Katie. I could probably go find some. I just haven't really noticed it lately. I'm not around a lot of.
Really looked for. Caffeine is good and bad for migraines because caffeine also triggers them when you don't have it. So I have had to cut my caffeine back to 1 cup a day. That way, because too much caffeine can also trigger it. But that way I can take it with the migraine meds to help the migraine meds be more effective. Magic brownies sounds pretty good. Anybody got any right now? I wished I'd have stopped on the way home and got some blackberry Merlot because that might would have helped too. Hey, there's some peach whiskey in the cabinet. That might actually help. Yeah. Book of the week, guys. Let's move on. Book of the week. This is another one that's not my typical books of the week because, you know, a lot of my books is touching on herbs and stuff like that. What we're going to touch on today is how to actually make more of what you have. So this book is called The Propagation Manual for Woody Plant, the Reference Manual for Woody Plant Propagation. And this book has been put out by Michael Durr and Charles Hesser Jr. So Michael Durr actually is a professor or was a professor over at University of Georgia. And he has put out several books. Another one that I would really recommend to people is called The Manual of Woody Plants. Because what it does is it tells you in here what the best ways to propagate any and all of those plants that we have out there that are shrubs and trees, that is. Let me get that back. Shrubs and trees. Meanness building up. Thanks, Greg. It might be. Greg said that they say migraines are caused by meanness building up.
Oh, it may do it.
It might do it. It's been building up. All right.
I'll go find a bunch of hedge bushes out there. I'm fine.
Back to my book. Bart Nunley made it in the house.
Yeah, it's good.
So this book, like I said, the downside of this book is that you kind of need to know the scientific name. But I think, and I haven't really looked at the back, that you can look in here. Yeah, you can look it up by your regular name as well as your scientific name, but it's in order by scientific name. So holly is Ilex, I-L-E-X. And so you would find it in here, and it tells you what the best ways to propagate different varieties of holly is. Because if you didn't know, hollies is like, they have them from 2 foot tall to 50 foot tall. Different varieties of it and everything. So this book is very good for that. It tells you when the best time to take cuttings is, what the type of cuttings to make is, whether it's softwood, hardwood, how to propagate those, whether you need rooting powder or not, whether it's best by seed. It even tells you how to propagate the seeds in here and what to look for on how to collect them and everything. It's a really good book because at some point in our journeys, you're going to want your own plants in your homestead property or wherever your journey leads you.
Even your backyard, you can have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your homestead, whatever. Even if it is somebody else's property that you want to build up on, you want to have something tucked away for you to pull from.
There you go,
and Joe. Not only that, but if you know how to make more plants from what you have, it's a little side job for you too. So this is a very good book. Again, it's the reference manual of woody plant propagation. So it's a very good book to have in your wheelhouse of books. And yes, I have a ton of books, y'all. Somebody said my reading list is better than theirs. it's because I have a ton of books.
Glad to hear
But-
it, Mr. Gary.
But I went to school for this, and so I have a lot of stuff that people wouldn't have even thought about getting, like Michael Durr. He was a very good professor in the ag program over at University of Georgia. I got the pleasure of meeting him.
Just always remember, the Lord put stuff everywhere
Yes.
around us.
It's our job to figure out how to use it.
Yeah. And it ain't playing witchcraft. Not when you do it the right way. Some folks might use it the wrong way, some of the stuff.
Mhm.
But, he put stuff, and he always put a
The
plant.
cures with the bad.
Yep. That way there was a cure for whatever's getting.
Mhm.
So, goldenrod and ragweed's a very good example.
Yep.
Very good example.
Poison ivy and jewelweed.
Right. Very
Usually
good.
you'll find jewelweed somewhere around poison ivy. Not everywhere, but somewhere you'll find some jewelweed that you can make yourself a tincture or a cream or salve out of to treat your poison ivy. So
Okay. Yeah, y'all remember too, David's over on another show tonight, David Baylock. He's over on what Lord King.
poke salad, yeah, that's another very good medicinal that you got to be careful with too. He put it at the very first of the show. You scroll
Yeah, I can't- Lord, it's on the tip of
all
my
the way
tongue.
back up there.
Not something
Not just another Bigfoot show.
or something.
Is
like,
that what it was?
Something like to that nature. Y'all
Just grab this
get a
right
chance, support
here
David over there.
and drag it up.
And,
The not so perfect Bigfoot show.
yeah,
That's it.
there was something else I seen while ago.
Consume the seeds in the food we eat. Yeah, it does. I think it does say that somewhere.
David said, "Are we still talking about devil's lettuce?"
Yep, agreed.
And Joe said, "Mark, you still got Justin's wooden mallet. Apply when needed." No mercy.
Do you have Justin's wooden mallet?
I guess I have a wooden mallet. I guess.
He didn't give that to you. He gave it to somebody
Yeah, I don't think he gave it to
because
me.
he doesn't keep them. He
Yeah.
gave them back out.
I think so. He gave that to somebody else. I can't remember. But hey, that's a very good way to make stuff, wooden mallets. I've seen it a lot of times.
Mhm.
Or sister, you hot.
She is. She's very hot.
Yeah, we're going to have to end up turning on the air. Hey, Mr. Henry and Kimmy. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Kevin. Oh, Lord have mercy.
What?
Spencer and Greg.
What they doing?
Greg asked Spencer if Misty removed the needle out of his back and the voodoo doll.
Oh yeah.
Y'all behave, fellas, now. Behave. Got to cut up a little bit and have a little fun. Something else. What else was I going to say?
I don't have a clue. I can't.
Oh, this
hardly
will
read
be
these
kind of a
chats.
short live tonight. I'm on a,
Yeah.
I don't know if I can ever get it out of my mouth. I'm on a weekend shutdown at
It was a towel.
the plant.
There it is. I just got slimed.
We got a maintenance shutdown at work this weekend, so
Kimmy Sunshine.
I'll be working all the way through. So,
Spencer's back hurts
so
from carrying you.
so we'll have to cut it short here in a little bit. Me head to work. I hope everybody has a very good Memorial Day weekend, and please remember what it's really about. I know a lot of folks will be barbecuing, going to the river.
It's
That-
not a happy Memorial weekend.
I have no
I've
issues
had a
with
lot
people.
of people telling me, "Happy Memorial Weekend."
Yeah.
It's not a happy thing. You're supposed to be remembering the reason we have the abilities we have.
Right.
Those that lost their lives for our freedom.
And I mean, I've heard a lot of my dad's and my uncle's stories from World War II, and cousins who were a lot older than me that were in Vietnam, and then I had some nephews a little younger than me that went to Iraq. Afghanistan, and I've heard everything they've talked about and what they've seen. And I'm gonna tell you, it ain't a pretty thing when you really get to talking to them and they open up and tell you what they saw and witnessed, and what
Especially
my dad,
prisoner of wars.
especially what my dad and my uncle told me, what they seen in World War II, what a human was capable of doing to another human. And they witnessed it with their own eyes. It wasn't no, a lot of people say, oh, that was a lie. My dad witnessed it with his own eyes, and it made him almost start pulling the trigger on German soldiers that were standing there that they had caught. He said his finger went to the trigger. Also, all his other guys that was with him. He said they're fixing to just shoot them down, but he said the Lord Jesus Christ keep him from that.
Becoming them.
Yeah. He said the Lord stopped him. So, yes, my uncle was a POW in Germany.
Oh, hey, Letitia.
Yeah. Good to see you, Miss Letitia. Be seeing y'all here in a couple of weeks. I need to call you, Mr. Barton. I need to give you a holler maybe tomorrow or Sunday if you're not going to be in the woods or something. Talk to you a few minutes. And been meaning to call you, just ain't had a chance to. Just so much going on. I got to catch up with a lot of folks. It's hard to catch up with everybody. And anybody on prayer request, be sure to put them in. And I seen where Mr. Gary Spikes, I think I read that correctly, ended his treatments for after 72 treatments. I think that's what I seen. So if I'm wrong, please correct me, Mr. Gary. But y'all, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. So, and there's a lot of people having a lot of problems in this world, all the way from
you'll be back up in the bed with me.
Health problems to drama problems to what. So yeah, sister's kind of hot.
Sister's a hot mess. That's what sister.
Well, she's thick haired because she's got that Texas heater in there, and she already gets hot. She likes it when it's about 50 degrees, like I do. I love that 50 to about 68 degrees. I'm great. So
I'm reading all their stories that they're telling about what they've seen and heard. And
yeah. War ain't pretty. A lot of people glamorize war. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not what people think it is. And when you sit down with your father and he starts going through what he's seen and what he witnessed, and then your uncle, who was a POW, really what he witnessed. And then I had a couple more uncles that were in World War II, and the stuff they witnessed in the Pacific. Two of them were over in the Pacific, and what they seen people could do to other people in war. And I mean, it's just, we're very fortunate, really, right now in our country in a lot of ways. We just don't realize how fortunate we've been. But I'm afraid to say it's coming back.
it is.
Don't want to be negative, and I ain't trying to get people to think bad, but it's coming. It's coming sooner or later. So, yeah, I had cousins that were in Vietnam. They seen some pretty nasty stuff. And
most of my mom's family's military too, but I didn't get to really hear them talk about anything.
Well, my dad and uncle didn't talk about it a lot. And then finally, being out in the fields with them, going bird hunting and coon hunting, you get to talking, and sometimes I start asking little questions, and finally they started opening up. And I think one reason is wanting me to know it, where when times got rough,
you could know it.
I would know what people are capable of, and it's hard to believe a human can treat another human that way, but that's. We know who's
Charlie
ahead
and
of
his
that.
family still need prayer. So,
who is that?
CD Squatcher said Charlie and his family still need prayer. He's close to his homecoming.
Okay.
Homegoing, excuse me.
Okay. Be right. All right, sister, you're going to get down where I can. Oh, this thing's like a big baby in my lap over here.
We got another one here too.
Yeah, they're both needy tonight, ain't they? You would be a lot cooler not laid up in my lap, though. He said, I don't care as long as you loving on me.
Right now, I'm glad to see this one being needy.
Oh, what a bunch. Oh, man. Let me write that down. That was Mr. Charlie.
Yeah.
No, we got a few other people got to remember tonight, too. And toward the end, I'll go through everybody. And a lot of going on in this world.
Sister definitely loves her daddy.
A lot going on in this world. And I'm sorry to say, but some of it we cannot do much about it. Only the Lord can do anything about it. But through prayer, some things can happen. And repentance. I hate to say that, but repentance too.
Remember Christy Leslie?
Oh yeah, I got Miss Christie still on here, and so and if she's listening, we're really thinking about you, Miss Christie. So hope you make it through all your things that's going on
Without any
problems, and you get out of there and be back in good shape when we have another meet and greet where you can be there. So
yeah.
And, me and Spencer's I've got to call a couple of places and sit down and talk to them about some spots here in Alabama. I'm going to call the Alabama Gold Camp where Wendell's a member of and talk to them. And
well, isn't George a member too?
Yeah, George is a member.
Yeah, you got 2 people to talk to.
Yeah, I got several people. In fact, there's a third one I know over, and I didn't realize he was part of that group. But then there's 2 places right across the Tennessee line and right above Paint Rock, Alabama, which is.
See, she wants up on the couch.
In the South Pittsburgh area of Tennessee, which is right across state line from Alabama. There's a couple places I'm going to try to give a call to see what they're saying, see if they would do a group. No, I know the one I was
He
going to
says put Mr. John on the prayer list still. Well, we just lost the power.
If you think we're all right.
We'll have to be.
Who's acting up? I don't know what the power is. I can't see it nowhere on there.
It's hidden because it's not low. So,
did
you put Katie's Mr. John?
Yes, I got Mr. John on here. Let's see. Oh, I know what I was going to talk about. Finally, we got some answers on the grist mill about the holiday, getting together at the holidays. We can rent it. The RV camping is $30. That's for full hookup.
Sewer, water, everything.
But for tent,
it's 15.
Is 15. So if you stay Friday and Saturday night in a tent down on the creek, it'd be $30. She needs to.
She needs to go outside and do all that pacing.
Yeah. I'm gonna rent the pavilion at the grist mill for Saturday from like lunch till about 9 at night. I think I'm gonna rent it for the afternoon and evening. That way we could get together in there and have a good eating and sit around, talk under a shelter. Because I think they do put plastic around their screens.
Give me a pen.
Yeah,
they put heaters in there too, I think.
And so we'd have a warm place. I know it's going to be a cool time of the year. I know it's a possibility of it being cool. There are motels very close by to the grist mill. They're in Chillersburg, 7 miles away. Nice motels, not you hole in the wall, but I mean some nice ones. A couple of them.
Christmas. We're doing it the first weekend in December.
Yes, I think it's Friday the 6th and Saturday the 7th, and then I guess we'll close. Everybody leave on Sunday morning. It's a pretty nice campground. They're gonna have to do some work. They had to take down a bunch of trees, but right now, all around the creek is real good and clear. It's grass. They got some big brush piles they got to take care of. They had a bunch of dead timber, and he said they probably have that done before Christmas. and they have
We hit burn
and,
bans.
and this place could hold it could hold some folks, especially down in that big campground.
In wintertime, Chris, camping's not very
They
popular.
do have
so-
bathrooms and showers.
Very
there.
nice bathrooms. They just redid them
Just redone them, $80,000.
per bathroom, wasn't it?
Well, I don't think it's per bathroom. I think for the whole bathroom upgrade. But they're very nice, so you could go get a shower, and they're heated. Bathrooms, they're not far from the campground. A little walk, maybe 150 yards.
Yeah.
The RVs are up front. If you decide you do want to rent a spot for your RV for, where you got all full hookup, you might want to call and go ahead and, probably get it, set in stone for, the look up that weekend real quick. Tell me what that weekend is. Make sure we tell everybody the correct dates, because my mind just don't work good no more. If you don't mind, babe. It sounded kind of bossy.
6th, 7th through 8th.
Yeah. So there's other things to do there. I mean, you can go, of course, during the daytime. You can go check out the grist mill, the cover bridge there. Across the creek, there's a bunch of trails. The Soda Caverns, they don't call it, they call it Majestic Caverns now. It's about 4 miles away. First recorded cave in the U.S. through the U.S. government. In other words, when our government formed in the 1700s after the Revolutionary War, they sent out people to record stuff. And the guy came into Alabama, which ended up becoming Alabama's Indian agent and all that. He was a naturalist. He was the first one to record that cave. And that cave has been used for a lot of stuff. It was used during the Civil War to mine bat manure for gunpowder. And then also it was a bar, had a steel in it at one time.
William Robinson's in the house.
But me and Spencer do have to do, and I guess I need to talk to Spencer and Greg.
Let's not talk about 6 months away of Christmas. We just left Christmas.
Yeah. Before you know it, it'll be here. Because this
know.
time is moving, buddy. Kyle Mugga Grist Mill, Childersburg, Alabama.
Kymulga.
Yeah. You just type in grist mill, Childersburg, Alabama, and it'll pull right up. So, and they still grind meal there. And so I know that's a rough time of the year for a lot of folks, because people's already traveling, getting together with family early, and church parties and all that stuff. But if it's where you can make it, y'all come, and we will set up a Facebook page.
William Robinson is moving to Alabama next week.
Okay.
And I'm going to interrupt you real quick and go back to talking about what Katie and Stacy are talking about. They're not like kidney stones. Sodas, yes. But let me tell you what Mark dealt with. Calcium-based is in the water, too.
Here. Real bad.
Because, we've got the marble quarry and everything. So when we changed water systems from Sylacauga water to Childersburg water, his quit. I don't think you've had one since we moved here.
I haven't had a kidney stone in a while.
So it's not just your sodas.
Well, I went to drinking a lot of lemon with apple cider vinegar too. So.
But it's not just your sodas is what I'm trying to get at that you've got to watch out for. Check your water systems as well. Mark even said when he was getting them really bad that the different brands of waters in bottles sometimes would affect his amount of kidney stones.
Yeah. Now, y'all have to remember, too, I worked 19 years at the marble quarry and breathed a lot of marble dust, too. And I think Greg is going to be down in Baldwin County next to Mobile. I think I remember Orange Beach. So, down there in the pretty part of Alabama. Yeah. So, and
there's Pyro.
Be good. We'll get folks moving in Alabama. We'll be able to have more and more Bigfooters in Alabama. There's a lot of us already in Alabama. A lot of them just don't talk about it. They kind of keep to themselves, or and so it's yeah, you got to watch city water.
Yep.
You got to see what kind of whale that's coming out of. And of course, Silicaca's got so much marble. That's one reason we have a lot of.
All of our water's tainted basically with it.
One of my aunt's whales got ruined by the quarry. It started turning white. Her water turned white, and she had to go on the city water. She put filters and everything on, and the filters would stop up in a week. Yeah. I mean, that's how much calcium. Because that's what marble is. It's 99.9% calcium carbonate.
Yep. And yes, sodas are number one culprits to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Kidney stones, kidney infections, all that good stuff. But your water, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't drink sodas no more. I'm only on water now. Watch your waters too. Have your water tested.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yep. Be good to have you buy you one of those water purifiers and put it in your house. Yeah. The Brita filter is very good, Michael. Also, they have some of these others that take out a lot more stuff than what's the name of them? I can't think of the name of them right now, but you can buy them, set them on your counter. They're made out of stainless steel.
Oh, that one.
And they have the filters in them, and they take out a lot more stuff than just they take out chemicals and everything. So, and you'd be surprised.
Nuts are bad too.
Yeah.
Chocolate even.
Yeah.
But lots of times it's more what you drink than what you eat. Unless you drink a lot of milk.
Hey. Yeah. Well, they talked about that some. Not always. It's according to how your body reacts with stuff. And they said sometimes laying off calcium also can cause them. Because what happens is the way they fuse together with the iron and something. I can't remember how that works. But
feverfew is supposed to be good for migraines. I have some of it, and rosemary is supposed to be good for migraines and all as well. And I have got the herbs to make the tea from it. And I'll be honest with you, tea is not good. It doesn't taste good. If you can imagine rosemary tea and feverfew together. But yeah, my migraines seem to be if there's slightest amount of pressure on that sinus cavity there. So from what I've been reading is mine are the cluster style migraines when they involve an ocular. So
that's right, Stacy. They can test the kidney stone.
They can tell you if it's the calcium or the
other one.
What's the other one? I can't ever remember what the stones are made of for the other one.
But good Lord, it's good. I ain't had them in a while. Last one I had was about the size of a kookaburra, and it happened at work. Them guys, I come toting it in the office and showed it to them. They all like to faint it.
If you get the white rings on your canning jars and your pots and stuff like that, that's calcium.
Yeah.
So
a lot of folks have a lot of problems with a lot of iron too in their water. So get them red stains.
You come bringing that kookaburra home and that messed up arrowhead that you passed.
Them boys at work said, "You're a tough man."
Passed a kookaburra, y'all, at work. Kept on working.
Yeah. I heard it hit the urinal. Ding!
Yeah, and brought it home.
Oh, there's a guy in the restroom with me. I seen his eyes look at me like, Lord have mercy.
Y'all should have seen that thing. I mean, I don't know if any of y'all know what kookaburra is. But it was a large kookaburra without the burrs, but it still had, because kookaburras, they have the rounded spikes on them basically. This one, it pretty much wore off the spike part, but it still had the nubs. That was the wildest thing I have ever seen.
Sister, go
and we talk about how women, we birth babies and keep on going. We stretch. Men do not.
All right. We just need to get ready to get off here. It's about 10 till. So So we talked about the cow mugger, which we will create a Facebook page pretty soon for that, and we'll start talking about it more. As soon as I get a chance to talk to Spencer and talk to some of these places, maybe we can come up with something for October. And of course, I'll probably do some little ones. Me and Rebecca is gonna go camping some, even in the hot summer, which we'll have to run there. Probably gonna go up and check out DeSoto State Park sometime in June. Then I'll hit another in July.
PJ.
And so, hey, PJ, good to see you. So
He did have one he had to have busted up when his kidney stones first started.
Yeah, we sure will, PJ. We'll pray for you and Paul. Back here in just a minute, I'll do the prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm going to start a new page. Not much to talk about on Bigfoot. I hadn't heard a whole lot going on this week. It's been actually kind of quiet. I know Jerry and Jeff and Ted had
Devil's Club.
had their show this week, and they went over and had a show with Miss Mary, I think Wednesday night. Mr. Barton had his show this week, and but I ain't got to watch much this week. Been real busy at work, and be honest with you, I've been busy in the evenings when I get up, so I hadn't watched YouTube that much, and I hadn't been on Facebook a whole lot this week either. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes it's nice not to be on there. But
we may not have that here.
What's that?
Yeah, the Devil's Club. It's a shrub to Pacific Northwest.
I'll tell you who you got in Pacific Northwest that might could get it for you. David Baylock's over. He lives over in Oregon.
You can get it on Amazon and all too. Online and already. It's also known as Alaskan ginseng.
Okay.
Yep. Even though it's not a ginseng.
Never
even heard of that. That's cool.
Let me get ready to go over the prayer list because we are finna get off because I do have to get ready to go to work, much as I hate to. All right, sister, I can't take it.
Gypsy too.
Y'all gonna have to calm down. This is why I like doing the live outside. Y'all can't drive me crazy then. All right, Miss Christie, y'all remember her and Gary Spikes and Mr. Mark D, Mr. Gene, Greg. House is doing better. Miss Cindy Johns, David and Kathy, Davy Hughes, his mom and his dad, Mr. John, Mr. Jerry Sr., another Mr. John, PJ and Paul, Mr. Terry Allen, Mr. Charles, and here comes the loud neighbors through. The geese. People graduating from high school this week. A lot of kids graduated. They fixing to go start in life, and
hook me up, Neoma.
Hook me up. They starting off in a rough world. I'll tell you, our economy is not. They say our economy is doing good, but inflation's eating us alive. When you go to the grocery store and one sack costs $50, that's just pitiful. Hunger in the world. There's a lot of hunger going on in a lot of places. In our country, and a lot of unspoken requests. There's a lot of people having a lot of stuff going on. So, y'all remember
boss still too.
Huh?
My boss still too.
Yeah, your boss. So, and pray for the Holy Spirit to move in this country. That could be one of the best things we could pray for. That the Holy Spirit would start moving through this land. If anything, that would probably be the biggest thing we need to pray for. Not dismissing nobody's health problems, but you know what I'm getting at. That's one thing that really needs to take place. Anybody else got anybody they need to? And of course, y'all say a prayer for Rebecca tonight with her headache, and pray that I have a good shutdown at work because I don't really feel like doing it this weekend. I'm gonna have a couple of rough jobs, a couple of nights, so. Starting to get some age on me, and them rough jobs kind of get rough on you a little bit. So,
She got a Facebook page now.
And y'all remember what I said about Phyllis and Stacy? If you're coming to the Alabama conference in a couple of weeks,
Y'all message
Uh,
them.
message them, get a head count where they kind of know where they can find a restaurant that might could accommodate everybody after the conference is over. So, and so, and I'll be got some other people coming in, so a lot going on next couple of weeks. A lot going on next couple of weeks. And if anybody else think you're gonna come, let me know. That way I know, be able sure to run into you, see you. And, yeah, I have to being in maintenance and being in the car industry. That's when they all want to do their shutdowns is on holidays because majority of the workers ain't there, and so that's the only thing I don't like about the car industry. When I was in the mining industry, we didn't do shutdowns on holidays.
Is the web address summitspiceandtea.com? Because if so, I just found it. Oh, nope, she's Alaska Botanicals. I see her now. There's another one that says they have the same thing. Okay, but I found her.
Oh yeah, next Saturday night, the 2nd, is our fire pit here at the house for anybody that'd like to come and everything. So, be next Saturday night, the 2nd. I don't know if we'll get to do one in July and August because it gets so hot. I'll just have to play it by ear when we get closer to it to see if we'll do July and August. Which I guess we could set up fans running everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I could do that because I get some fans running. So we'll see when we get closer to it.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, y'all heard everybody I mentioned. I hope I didn't skip anybody. If I did, I didn't do that on purpose. Y'all heard everybody's name I called out. And y'all be in prayer for them. And, hey, Jeff, good to see you, brother. We fixing to sign off. But, hey, it's better late than never, I know what you mean. Everybody trying to get what they can do. Been on a farm, I know how it goes. So, good, Greg. I hope to see you there, brother.
We can have campfires, but we can't have burning.
Yeah, because everybody gets
Like
fire,
open
gets
fire,
hot.
but we can have a campfire.
Yeah.
Small one.
Yeah. So we'll get closer to July and August and see what the temperatures are, and we might put some fans up.
We'll do, Naomi.
Yeah. Hey, work. Oh yeah. Know what you mean there, Jeff. Woo. All right, y'all. Well, let's say a prayer and
get off here.
And get off here, and I guess I need to be heading to work here in a couple of minutes. So,
Spends his day on the phone, not
Yeah.
farming. Mark spends his day on the phone too. Don't
No,
let
I
him
don't.
fool you.
Not a lot of the time, I don't.
But when it starts, it don't end.
Yeah, I was, Michael. I was very surprised about Mercedes didn't go union. Volkswagen in Tennessee did, but Mercedes voted out. They're probably after us next. They'll come after us here in a couple of weeks. Or Hyundai or Kia, one of the three. So. But anyway, let's say that and we'll get off here. And Lord, thank you for everything you do for us each and every day. Thank you for loving us, caring for us, and being merciful to us. Thank you for your Son. Thank you for the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Lord, for letting us come on here, fellowship, and talk and cut up, and just talk about different things, Lord, that goes on in people's lives and different things we do. That way we're not always sitting here just talking about the boogers and all these other things, Lord. Be with us as we go into this Memorial Day weekend, that everybody be safe. And be with us, Lord. Be one of names I mentioned and the names I didn't mention in the prayer list. And Be with them, Lord, and your will be done. We ask this all in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, y'all. We love y'all. I hate to get off. We'll be back next Friday night. Might have a little surprise for you. We'll see.
Keep that recovery slow, Greg. Don't you dare undo all the work that doctor did.
You take your time, brother. You get there. And hopefully, see a lot of y'all in a couple of weeks. Hopefully, see some of you next week. So, y'all have a good weekend. Hope you have some get to visit with your family.
Oh, there's Miss Burton.
Hey, Miss Burton, good to see you. Very strange having a Burton name
I
pop up
know.
in the chat with me.
It's very strange.
Because Burton is my mother's maiden name.
Like I said, it was very strange having my hair cut by a Burton.
Yeah.
Had no clue she was a Burton.
Yeah. So, but she's not a Burton.
She's related.
Kin to us. Yeah. Yeah. So. Well, everybody, y'all have a good weekend. I love you. Remember to love one another like Christ commanded, and get along, and stay away from drama as much as possible. That way you don't have no stress in your life. And remember, the Lord can remove a lot of that stuff for you if you ask Him and mean it. He'll remove it for you. Might take time, but He'll start removing it. All right. Anything else you want to say, baby?
I'm good. Y'all start them book collections, though, seriously.
Yeah.
Because when the knowledge is gone, it's gone.
And if y'all got some stuff y'all like for us to talk about, that if we know something about it, put it in the comments or something. Let us know.
Send us a message, whatever.
Yeah. And I should have another video out this week. So
I got one coming out Sunday.
Yeah, I seen that after dinner time, and then I'll do one for this upcoming week. And like I said, next Friday night we might have a surprise for you. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the week goes and how everything's going. So, all right, y'all. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all hopefully next Friday night. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, what you just said. Write that knowledge down. All right, bye, guys.